Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Benchmade 940-2. So let's get started with the features, then we will compare this to some other knives on the table. And now make sure that you stick around until the end so you can see the full specs on this. And if you're a subscriber, you might even see your name at the end in the credits. Now, I know that you guys are super busy, which is why I want to quickly remind you, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. This is the Benchmade 940-2, and it is a manual action axis lock with a blade that's riding on bronze washers, and deployment is accomplished with either the thumb studs here or by actuating that axis lock itself. Now the blade measures out to be about 3.4 inches long with a thickness of 2.85 millimeters thick, and this is CPM S30V blade steel. Really good stuff. Now the handle is going to be about 4.47 inches long, which gives this an excellent blade to handle ratio. The thickness of that handle is under a ½ inch at 0.44, and this does have a closed width, so how much room that this guy's going to take up in your pocket is only going to be 1.14 inches. Very impressive. Now if we flip this guy over, you can see it is open construction, and it does have these very attractive, it looks like two green barrel spacers. Now, one of the most attractive features of the 940-2 is its weight, and you can see 2.6 ounces, which is going to be the equivalent of only 3 AA batteries. Now, if you're not crazy about this version of the 940-2, that's okay, because there are a couple other variants that are available. There is the Benchmade 940, which has aluminum scales, and that comes in either a satin or black coated DLC blade. And there's also the 940-1, which has carbon fiber scales, and the blade steel is CPM S90V. Now I want to go ahead and bring in some other knives just for comparison's sake, so you guys can get an idea of the size of knife that we are working with here today. Now this is the Kershaw Dividend in M390. Here's another Benchmade knife. This is the Foray, and why don't we bring in this guy, the Spyderco Native 5, and here it is up against the Griptilian, and let's do one more. Spyderco PM2. Now let's go ahead and get into my 7 likes and dislikes of this Benchmade 940-2, and we'll start out with how about number 1, the curb appeal, which is going to be my first gripe. I am sorry. I know. I just am not in love with the curb appeal of this knife, the aesthetics, the appearance. I mean, I love the handle design, I will say that, but not the blade itself, which, as you can see here, is a flat ground reverse tanto with a satin finish. Just not a fan of the blade aesthetics. Number 2, the materials. I really do like the materials that they used here. I mean, S30V with G10 scales and bronze washers at the pivot. I mean, what's not to like there? Number 3, the function. I mean, the action is absolutely incredible. Look at that. As you can see, so it does fall shut. And I really like how these thumb studs are nicely proportioned to the rest of the design. Let's take a look at the centering, which I'm pretty sure is perfect. Oh, it sure is. So of course this thing is insanely fidget friendly. I have a hard time putting it down, and you will too. It is just a blast. As fun as the PM2, I guess that's debatable, but it is a good time. Number 4, in the hand. I also like very, very comfortable grip. Medium-sized hands is what I have, and I can fit all of my fingers on the handle, no problems whatsoever. The G10 scales do provide some decent traction. Now there are 2 areas of jimping on the 940-2, and it's going to be right here at the pivot, and if we flip it over on the choil of the handle. Very nice. The balance, let's check that. Perfect. Exactly where it should be. And Benchmade was kind enough to include a sharpening choil. Number 5, in the pocket. I really do like this clip on the 940-2. Now I did have to get this specially from Benchmade, but they will send it out to you at no charge. Now the clip is tip up only, and that's going to be for righties and lefties. And if you notice the bulk of the knife, that's crazy saying that this thing has any bulk on it whatsoever, but the bulk of the knife is exactly where it should be in the closed position, and that's at the bottom of your pocket and not up towards the clip. Excellent work. Number 6, the weight. I mean 2.6 ounces is just absolutely incredible. I mean, what's not to like there? And number 7, the price. This is going to be my second gripe. $170 for G10 and S30V. That's a little bit much in my book, for me. I mean, let's look at, for example, I know these are 2 totally different knives that function completely different from each other. However, the Native 5 here does have G10 as well, and S110V blade steel, and this can be had for about $150. Very similar materials with, well, at least I think, a better blade steel. I mean, the edge retention on the CPM S110V is just gonna be phenomenal. So that is why at $170, I just feel like that is too much for the 940-2. So let's quickly go ahead and summarize. We said curb appeal, well, I didn't like. So the materials was alike, function like, in the hand like, in the pocket like, weight like, price not so much. So for those of you keeping score at home, that's going to be 5-2, which would sound like a great knife to purchase. And you know what? And it is. But for me, my recommendation, I mean, this is just an engineering feat. You're getting a heck of a lot of blade for very, very little weight. And now you either love the reverse tanto style or you don't. I just happen to be one of those people that do not like the reverse tanto. I mean, this is such a versatile tool. I mean, it makes it incredibly useful. It's just a matter of aesthetics for me. And I prefer a blade with a wider profile. That's just my preference. So I'm not going to say don't buy this knife, because it is just an incredibly useful cutting tool that you're not going to notice that you're carrying it in your pocket. But if you do not like the narrow blade profile, you know, then maybe the function is not gonna really matter to you. So now, before I let you guys go, I do want to leave you with a question. Simple one. Those of you that love the 940 and, well, own one, which one do you have and why? Why is that one your preference? Why do you have, if you have the carbon fiber handled version, why that one? I mean, because it's already a pretty light knife to begin with. Or if you have the aluminum handled version with the black coated blade, why did you go with that one? So which one do you have? Just let me know in the comments section below. I look forward to reading and responding. So if this video about the Benchmade 940-2 Osborne answered most of your questions, why not just go ahead and leave me a like? Now don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you the full specs here in just a second. But first, I wanted to thank you guys for stopping by, letting me talk knives with you, and I will see you at the next video. You guys take care, okay?